Welcome back. Tonight we got some new neighbors, a ghoulish Tinder date, another creepy video from all around the world. So kick back, grab your snacks, and let's go. I hope you at least put a trampoline down for him. He must have been abducted by aliens and dropped back off, because how you get up there?
Raymond, this dog is clearly in violation of the leash law. Call the pound.
I already did, sir.
Out of my way! Grab that dog!
I need a syllable. Talking about big cash, that's the minimum. I'm done with this trash. Taught to be critical. Show me your mental state before we get physical. Pour some water in your cup, let it drip, drip, drip. Now look straight into my eyes, then you sip, sip, sip. It's about time.
University of California, Riverside has already perfected the ability to put human vaccines into our lettuce right now. Also tomatoes has the ability to do that also for UC Berkeley. And then Big Tobacco, 𝐟𝐨𝐫𝐞𝐿 and stuff has perfected the ability to put a human vaccine into tobacco products.
Chairman Clements.
And is that even legal to do in the state of Tennessee, to sell those with a vaccine in them?
You're recognized.
Well, I'm not arguing that point. What I'm saying is there is no law deeming those that when you go into a grocery store, you should know as a consumer, this head of lettuce is a head of lettuce. The head of lettuce right next to it could contain a vaccine in it. All we're saying is if it does have the vaccine in it, make sure it's listed as a pharmaceutical so people can get the proper dosage.
You're recognized.
Thank you. Well, my question is right now, can you walk into a grocery store and there be a head of lettuce for sale that has a vaccine in it? I don't think that's allowed under state law presently. And if it is, and you have to list it as a pharmaceutical, are we going to then have Walgreens pharmacists with a refrigerated section? I mean, how's this going to play out?
You're recognized. Thank you. This is more of a consumer protection bill right here, is to make sure that if you're going in to buy tomatoes and there's a polio vaccine in there, that you are aware of what you're buying has a polio vaccine. The problem you have is if it's not treated as a pharmaceutical, being the size and difference between you and me, how many tomatoes do I have to eat to get the proper dosage versus how many tomatoes that you have to eat?
He spent more money on the food than he would have won in the contest. Some people would do anything for fame, but it don't mean practice makes perfect.
Are they hiding this from us? Electric cars existed long before Tesla and the new wave of hybrid cars. Back in the early 1900s, electric cars were incredibly popular. 1/3 of all cars in the United States were electric. Today, it's only less than 1%. So what happened? The government and oil industries saw electric vehicles as a threat to their profits. These industries had invested heavily in gasoline technology and infrastructure. To protect their interests, they conspired to suppress electric cars. They used their influence to introduce laws and regulations that favored gasoline vehicles, but it gets much, much darker. In 1980, Stanley Meyer invented a car that ran on water. His water fuel cell split water into hydrogen and oxygen. He was on the verge of revolutionizing the technological landscape. However, Meyer was silenced. He was sued, his patents were revoked, and he faced numerous threats. In 1998, Meyer suffered a sudden heart attack after taking a sip from a carton of cranberry juice. And as he was dying, he kept repeating, "They poisoned me!" After his death, the water engine disappeared from public view, just like the reintroduction of electric cars. So what do you think? Will they ever reintroduce cars that once run on water?
How you do that? Balance. You're supposed to know when it's time to, when it's time not to. You're supposed to realize you're supposed to be observing your life and not living it. Everybody try to live. That's what everybody's problem is. They want to live. They want to be in control. But the best, you kind of observe your feelings and you can kind of like guide them so you can be in good control. So what's the better life? The better life when you know what you're doing, or the better life when you're moving off your emotions of how you feel? Like, for example, somebody knock on the door, say the rent due, you gotta pay it by tomorrow. You think, if I ain't got this rent by tomorrow, I'm gonna be homeless. So you go out today. When you go out today, you get your gun, you go out today, you rob somebody today, you rob them, bam, you get the money, but you get caught today at 12:09. But when you get caught, you go to jail. But at 3 o'clock, a check came in the mail that you was expecting that you didn't know was coming, but you was in jail before it even came. You changed your reality. Yeah? Yeah.
This was a terrible day for a sneaky link. You should have called for a rain check. I think the rain must have washed your makeup off or something, but I don't blame you. I would have played dead too.
Guess it's the harder way. How am I supposed to ride away? Loving seems like a mile away. Baby, would you just come my way?
What happened? I think I hit a water buffalo. Hey, let me in here. Hey, let's get us the hell out of here. Where's it? Where did it go? Hey, how y'all doing? What does it want?
Gotta get it back.
That's what I want you to do.
Have it figured
Mark,
out right away.
just do what it says. Just do what it says.
Right away. You can leave if you got to. If you
come on and open up, because I got a wonderful surprise for you. Did you know that you was a dad? You got to have birth. D-I-R-F. So anyway, you need to open up and stuff. Don't be playing hard to get and stuff.
It can't be real, right? So apparently, scientists are saying that Earth just added 2 unofficial seasons to the Earth. When I first heard this, I was like, what? A little spring and summer mix, or winter and summer, like flip-floppy days or some shit? But nah, that's not it, y'all. The seasons that I'm talking about, they said this is man-made. And they gave it a dystopian name, y'all. Talking about some trash season and haze season. I know y'all been seeing this all over the world this year. Like the skies be hazy and shit, and then you see the sun looking all weird. And everybody like, why is it like this? Now we know. But you remember, they kept saying, oh, it's from wildfires. Wildfires caused this, and then that's what caused the little sun to look like that. But now they're calling it haze. So where's the haze from? And then the trash is just ridiculous. This don't make no sense. So I'm guessing the haze is a mixture of everything. It gotta be. Because if they say the sun looked like that from wildfires, it gotta be some sort of smoke or something.
I'm sure it's just because they moved in at night. Once the daylight hits, they might be a lot cooler than you think.
Talk it like I talk it, walk it like I talk it. Take my shoes and walk a mile, something you can't do. Oh, hey. Big talks to the town, big boy gang moves. I like to walk around with my chain loose. She just bought a new ass, we got the same boobs.
And this is Tane. Let me show you guys. Tane's version of the 70s.
𝐾𝐨 19 stops at a car show in China and shows some of the competing Chinese electric cars that are not allowed in the United States.
Chinese guys are not playing.
Why aren't these cheaper price point EVs not permitted in America?
This Cybertruck is insane. What the F? Auto Exhibition 2025, and these are some of the cars that I've seen there. It's crazy.
FYP, I'm going to fill you in on a little bit. Because let me tell you, I did a little bit of digging and I found out exactly what is going on. That guy that you just saw, okay, him and his wife moved out to the Arizona desert, okay, apparently on their RV and got some property. Do keep in mind, before I go on any further, they have been out there for months now. Anyways, him and his wife did a series of videos that have been going viral as of lately of him exploring the property, apparently that he's never explored before, looking for an apparent source of water. And while exploring the property, even though I don't know how you couldn't have realized that before, they started to discover a whole bunch of backpacks, even some being buried in the ground, majority of them being children's backpacks, also shoes that had the laces untied, which then convinced me that it may have been a pickup transfer site, you know, a layup spot, because it is known that they leave behind all their personal property once they get across. Patrol agents will tell you the same exact thing. It's a very tragic background. And after making those videos, even though, like I stated, he's been on that property apparently for months now, okay? He started talking about how apparently there were vehicles at the end of his property that I guess were looking at him. He kept talking about planes flying over, even though there was no evidence of any plane flying over. And they kept mentioning this bone that they found that they assumed was a human bone, that they said was sawed in half when they discovered it. But if you just...
Are those flies peeing on everybody? Just when you think you've seen it all, something like this comes along and reminds you that nature is scary.
Leo Thomas, age 17, no priors, Gray's reaching out to the family.
Clearly there's trouble there. Well-adjusted kids don't steal police helicopters.
Baby Jesus up to me. Smoking
oh, it tastes nasty. Hey, why is it only raining right here? What the hell?
Okay, actively raining. My horses are frozen in time. Is this a glitch in the matrix? There is shelter. There is shelter. My kids are frozen. This is so weird, you guys. It's so weird. Oh my God, there's one in there. What is happening? No one is moving. What?
Open. What's that? Look at this. Look at this.
Oh my.
Look at this. And I'm sure it has a bit of bugs too.
Oh my gosh, I hope it don't.
Look at this. Watch this. Look. Look at that. Look. Don't buy cheap mattress. Look what they do from anywhere. They put you. That's Price Buster, right?
I guess.
This is crazy.
But you know how much we paid? We paid like $250, almost the same as the camera. We paid
$250. This is garbage. They get it from the garbage. And they cover it for you and they sell it to you.
Oh my gosh.
You know how much problem people they have because of this mattress is? See here? Well, no, they put something here. See, this is from 1980s. I'm serious.
No, now I know. I would never ever.
You're lucky it's
clean.
It's some
clean.
of them may be trashy.
Oh
Don't
my
buy
gosh.
from Price Buster.
Yeah, you're right. That's what my grandmother was like. When you gotta go to him, she wanted to go to you.
You got very good mattress.
Yeah, she did.
He told me 40th floor. I said, oh my God, what are we gonna do?
Oh no, y'all, we wouldn't set y'all up like that. But it's elevated right there.
Put it on TikTok and say, don't
Yeah.
buy from Price Buster.
Yes. And no, I'm not getting you. I'm gonna get you.
Don't put the names, man.
Yeah.
The big 𝐬𝐿. God, the bus has just had a major crash and now he's speeding off. Get away from the windshield! We're gonna die. We're actually gonna die. What's he doing? Oh my God! Oh my God! We're actually gonna die.
That must have took 80 years to achieve. All it's missing is a sidecar and a bumper sticker that says if you can read this, you're too close.
This traffic is ridiculous. I knew I should have taken my teleporter to work today.
Oh, this minivan in front of us is killing me! Ooh, an honor student at the Fancher Elementary School. Note to self, blow up Fancher Elementary School.
The events that's about to come and what's happening and why it's happening. And I still see everyone is still lost and confused about everything and still talking shit about people that speak like I do. They hate to believe in the truth, but they love to listen to the lie. Everyone that participated in the system is now paying for what they did in one way or another. Like I mentioned the school situation in my previous video, people refused to believe in that school was a scam. Everything we learned in the school was to oppress the real American people. Now we got healthcare. Just made a video about that also. Everything changing because it was a scam. It was used to break down the American people. What they did was experiment on us to help out the other races. If y'all didn't know what chemistry means, it's the study of the people of the ancient land of Kemet. It was described as quote-unquote black people. And it later advanced on to biology. Like this is what they're doing with the healthcare system. They're capping our genetics and building on everybody else's. Because as I said before, every human came from us. We're the original humans. Then we got the legal system. Made a video about that. We all see everything getting defunded because they are literally doing all kinds of unlawful shit. That's what legal means. Quote unquote legal is a path to do something unlawful. Like I explained to y'all before in the simplest way possible. It's like if you was to buy a car, right? We already know technically you own that car because of your social security number, right? So it's yours. Now, when you can't keep up with their payments that you're paying in debt and negative value, not credit, not a positive value, they then want to take your car. How does that make sense? And then they hire somebody that has a quote-unquote license to do it. So technically in the books, you bought that car with your social security number. It is under your name. So how do they have the authority to literally send someone to steal your car? That's what they're doing, stealing your car. Because they have no ownership of the car they're taking. But of course, it's only quote-unquote legal because they have a license, bruh.
Everybody always saying what somebody funny though. But who? No, I want to ask that question though. Where was Jesus in his teenage years? Where was Jesus?
He was in Africa, what we call Africa. He was in Kemet, but it wasn't called Kemet. He was in America. All right, a lot of people don't know. America is Africa. That's a lot of people know. Jesus was right here, right? But a lot of people want to think he was over here, he was over there. But it just don't make sense. You gotta understand, they changed everything. And the first thing they changed was the map, right? They changed the map. They turned it upside down. So now you think Africa is Africa, but I'm gonna tell you this, they named it Africa. That was the name of America was. The Garden of Eden. I saw that mama, look it. Look it. I get it from God. What God? I get it from God. Listen, I get it from God. What do you...
You're just better off throwing rocks at it. I guess a snake bite on your head is the only thing that beats a Jet 2 holiday.
Getting your powers back.
Part 2, Gods, Goddesses, we're going to talk about controlling the ice, water, and static electricity in the body. The first part I dropped was about the fire minerals in you and the magnetic properties you have in these minerals. Pay attention. Sodium is very important. Sodium is an electrolyte, meaning it regulates the balance of fluids and the powerful minerals in the body. Sodium gets all the electricity pumping, your muscle contraction, nerve impulses. It's the engine. Sodium can form ions. Ions are positively charged particles that balance with the negative. Sodium reacts vigorously with water. This reaction can be so energetic that it can ignite hydrogen gas, causing a flame or even explosion. Ice explosion, fire explosion, all hydrogen. These gases are flammable in the body. Most people produce about 1 to 4 pints of gas a day and pass gas about 14 times a day. These are the gases in the body. Carbon dioxide, oxygen, nitrogen, hydrogen, flammable, methane, flammable, sulfur. We release sulfur when we pass gas. It's flammable. We have these gases in us. Sulfur is a vital mineral that plays a crucial role in the body. It helps build and repairing DNA, making proteins, and supporting metabolism, digestion, growth. Sulfur in the body. Sulfur is flammable and prone to explosions, and you can ignite it through friction, static electricity sparks.
Yes.
That is a deer running in the water. Oh my God! Is anybody seeing this besides us? What the? That's a deer, bro. That's a deer.
That water looked a lot deeper than that. I don't know, maybe reindeer live in the forest now? I guess when the GPS says go straight, you don't argue.
Anything so the bullshit miss me. Strapped up throwing shots like frisbees. Let me get everything straight. I'ma do whatever it takes. Getting it done, any means, get rid of these snakes. Fuck it, I'm up in my stakes.
Theory that claims that we're already dead, and the evidence comes from science. There are two things that are documented to happen when someone clinically dies. The first is that your entire life will flash before your eyes, and the second is that your brain keeps working 7 minutes after your body is gone. And we've literally recorded the brain still firing after death, actively creating memories. So for 7 minutes, we're in this like dreamlike state where we're reliving our entire life. And according to this guy you may have heard of, Albert Einstein, time is relative. But what does that actually mean? This is suggesting that 7 minutes in the real world could feel like 100 years in the dream state. Kind of like when you fall asleep, you dream an entire movie, then wake up 5 minutes later. Now here's where it gets weird. Some people believe that we all died in 2012. That's when the Mayan calendar predicted the end of the world. And remember, this is all just for fun. This is just a conspiracy theory. This theory suggests that instead of an apocalypse, we collectively slipped into this 7-minute brain echo. And this right here, right now, is our dream. This is us reliving our memories. And little time glitches, little weird things like the Mandela effects, or like deja vu, or feeling like the world is off, those are just cracks in the memory trying to keep itself stitched together. So this theory is saying that that would mean that the world did end and we just haven't accepted it yet. Do you think we're 7 minutes into the afterlife? You can come over here for longer freaky.
They're watching you through your Wi-Fi now. Xfinity just rolled out something called Wi-Fi Motion, and it's exactly what it sounds like. It tracks movement inside your home using nothing but your Wi-Fi signals. No cameras, no sensors, just your router blasting invisible waves and reading how they bounce off your body. That's not Wi-Fi anymore. That's a radar. You walk across the room, it knows. You open a door, it knows. You sit still too long, it knows. It's a motion detection through your internet. And the craziest part, it's already built into the router just waiting to be activated. Most people won't even realize they've installed live surveillance in their own home. Xfinity calls it a feature, but this isn't smart tech. It's a silent wireless tracking system. And once your router can map your movements, you're not just connected, you're monitored constantly. This is how the surveillance state gets in. Not with cameras, but with conveniences. Not with force, but with features. And by the time people figure it out, the cage is
I didn't see a bag full of cash, so they must have stashed it somewhere. That probably wasn't the best disguise. Y'all should have waited till at least Halloween.
If Potter won't give Dobby a shock, then Dobby will take this matter into his own capable hands.
12 seconds later.
Everybody trying to get my money. Mean I'm a manifestation is coming. Seeing I'm about to get my blessings in the
Come on, relinquish thy soul, or I'll show you the power of floppiest
no snakes in my grass, some snakes wanna ride with me. Some snakes in my grass, I'ma pray when they vibe with me.
Tens of thousands of these reflective objects in the air. I thought they were birds at first, but looking closer, it's literally just these reflective objects. What is this? It's all coming closer here, so I'm gonna get out of here. That's crazy. Hey, look in the sky!
The problem with the world. Why the hell are men shaving off their eyelashes right now? Videos have been going viral of guys using electric razors, scissors, or even getting their barbers to cut off their eyelashes. And I'm not gonna lie, it is painful to watch. The claim is that men are doing this as part of a trend to look more masculine, because having long dark eyelashes has been associated with femininity for centuries. But here is the crazy part. Not only is there little to no evidence that this is an actual trend, but the way that it is being twisted is genuinely shocking. CNN wrote a 1,300-word article on the subject, but only 250 words were actually about the trend, and the other 1,000+ words was talking about the rise of masculine energy and dropping names like Andrew Tate. BuzzFeed's article was titled "As if masculinity couldn't be more fragile right now," and Vice called them insecure men. Online, things were even worse. Comments read, "How pathetically insecure do you have to be in order to shave your own eyelashes in an effort to prove your masculinity? This is the height of toxic masculinity." Point is, go look yourself. There is only a handful of TikToks posted not by the men themselves, but by other accounts making the masculine claim. And not only that, but there's also a way older trend where some women would be shaving off their eyelashes in order for them to grow back faster and thicker. So for all we know, these men ironically might be trying to get longer eyelashes. On ITV's video on the subject, one of the top comments was, "Barber here, I can confirm this is not happening, nor is it a trend." Yet we have some of the biggest publications in the world using these few videos as an opportunity to criticize men and masculinity in general.
I hope this trend doesn't catch on, but if you think it'll make your bromance stronger, then hey, wax on, wax off.
AMG, Billy Joe, trapping out the ghost. 7-figure payment, time is money, gotta go.
Nigga, yeah, the mega power, yeah. Mega power, yeah. I feel the power now. I feel the power right there. Yeah.
All right, guys, those are creepy videos that'll make you lose your mind. If you liked it, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Make sure to comment on your favorite clips and join the Space Crew, because we rockin'.